speed bump of the first few days of launch. So what I'm going to do now is take you over to some of I've been making in the background while I've been waiting for the... So until I've got that 600... Oh, it's just updated to actually post any of this content that I'm showing you. So here's some of the content and how it's been going. The arenas are doing good. Seem to be getting uploaded pretty fast. A lot better than last year, I must say, if I remember. So that's really encouraging. Thank you for everyone who's downloaded the content. I hope you're enjoying it so far. There will be more to come though, so make sure that you download as much of the content as you can so that you can get me over the line to the next level, and then I can get you some of these. So, arenas. Let's go in and have a look at some of the arenas that I've created. These have got the full shows as well. But I'm not going to show the shows today. I'm just going to go through the arena. And hopefully you guys will like what you're about to see. So here are all my arenas. I think I've covered those top 4 before. Pretty sure I covered all of these. Now the first one is Royal Rumble 94. So let's just jump into that and edit. Show you guys the arena, and then you can see for yourself. I'll make any sort of comments on things that I think are important. So let's just jump on it. So Royal Rumble 94 actually didn't have sort of the standard entrance way. I'm not quite sure what they did. They probably just came through the black curtain. But what they did have next to the entrance was a square screen. Now I couldn't find the screen that I needed. The closest one actually is the NWO WCW Minitron, but that doesn't work for a WWF event. So I've picked this one because this is the closest to it. I need to set it to movie, but it also has the logo template over it anyway, just so you can see that. So moving on, we've got, obviously here's the arena now, closer to the ring. You can see that you've got the silver steel barriers. There were no commentary booths in this arena at all, which actually kind of surprised me. But there weren't any at that time. They must have switched it up somewhere in between 94 and 96. I guess they started doing that more. The ring pretty standard. I had to actually create that Royal Rumble logo. It is not the exact one, the Rumble, but I've just used that one. I think it still works, still holds up. Obviously you can see the red, white and blue ropes, the black turnbuckles, the sort of those sort of light blue steps, posts and ring mats that WE were synonymous for in those days. One thing I want to add is that I also didn't do anything up here, so there's no electronic billboards. Everything's sort of low tech, kept it all down to earth. The lights, you can't actually see any lights, which is kind of weird because they show you the image. Oh wow, I'm actually stuck. Okay, so that's it. That's the Royal Rumble. So let's get out of here. Let's go down to the next one. So the next 2 that I'm doing, and I'm going to show you today, are actually next to each other anyway. SummerSlam I'm really excited to show you, but first we're going to go to Survivor Series 1998. I did want to do this before the game was launched. I realised, after I had the idea of doing 98, I realised that, oh, every year they tend to put the 98 Skull entrance on. Now, the problem is, what they did that I don't think is very good or helpful, they actually put a load of like wall Titantrons, wall mounts. They put everything surrounding it so that it looks a bit more modern. You don't want to do that. So the original only had what you see in front of you. There was the actual skull, but then to the side there was a little Survivor Series logo banner. It wasn't rectangular and vertical like this one, it was horizontal. So that was the closest thing I could find to keep the sort of size and proportions right of the logo. So that's why I stuck with that one. That's why it looks maybe a little bit odd, but that is actually how it looked. I did create the Survivor Series logo myself, which has then gone on to all the ring apron. As you can see, 1998, so they've got the actual commentary booths. I've gone and copied the way that they have the old WE logo on the commentary booths. Still annoys me that they don't just put 3 random guys on that second commentary booth. I really thought they would just add those by now. They haven't got to do anything. They just need to sit there and then stand up when you destroy the table, or if you destroy the table. Anyway, black turnbuckles and ring steps and posts, and then obviously you've got it's a bit of a weird color on the ring itself. It's like a white blue sort of ring mat. 98 WWE, these were the kind of color schemes that they used to go with, so everything was quite easy to create. And that's that for Survivor Series. Now let's go into my favorite one of the 3, because this is the one that I think is the sort of most accurate in terms of and not just accurate, but I did something for the first time ever for this arena. I've never done it before. It sounds stupid, but I've just never needed to do it before. I've always tried to create my arenas without having to use Photoshop or some sort of design program to create these entrance ways, because I see it a lot. I see a lot of creators, and I don't want to knock anyone for this, but I see a lot of creators who use like a big Titantron and then they fill it with this humongous image that ends up looking a little bit pixelated, doesn't look that great. Oh, hello Marine. I hope I said your name right, but I can see you comment. Hello. And happy birthday, too. So here we go. So what I did, I went on Photoshop, and as you can see, I created... Let's see if I can move in. I'm terrible at the controls here, so if I do this wrong, I'm sorry. But anyway, I just went ahead, went on Photoshop, created the actual entrance way, look and feel, and then I just used this entrance model here and just deleted the side panels that came with it, and that way when you go back, when you zoom out from whatever angle, it actually kind of looks really cool. It just looks like it sits naturally on the curtain. So I'm going to probably start using that more from now on with the retro arenas that I create. I'm still debating whether to upload the lighting rig, because that isn't actually there. But I just wanted to add it, so there is a lighting rig above it, but it's not like that. It's like a one spotlight deal. So I'm gonna see if I want to keep that or not. I might do. It really depends how I feel at the time of upload. Again, you can see like the light blue ring mats. The SummerSlam logo looks... In fact, all the logos look really cool this year on WWE 2k19. When I'm uploading them, they're PNG files. They're high-res PNG files. But in years gone by, the logos don't actually look that good. They end up looking a little bit pixelated. But what I've really noticed this year is that they're really coming out crisp and sharp. So you actually getting it looking like how it should do for the SummerSlam event. Now again, this logo is slightly off with the colour from how it was in 95, but that is more or less the logo. Also, a little addition that I think a lot of people may not notice, but the barricades are actually like a dark sort of dull gold. That's authentic. I've been watching SummerSlam 95 on the network literally about 10 minutes ago when I was finishing it off, just to make sure everything worked and looked good. And they actually had this sort of golden kind of barrier. So that's a special addition that I think a lot of people might not notice. But I hope you guys appreciate it when you download it. Red, white and blue ring ropes. Now another thing that I had to change slightly were the turnbuckles. You can see here that it's still like the logo that's on the turnbuckles, but these logos on the game are in full color. So what I did, I just dropped the opacity down, and actually when I came back, so this is roughly where the camera would be for a match, you can see that the turnbuckles still look good, and they actually look very close to the original turnbuckle branding, which I love. So that's it. That's the end of this video. I've made 3 arenas. I hope you like them all. Please download my content, because until I've got to the next level, I can't actually upload these, but they are waiting. They're sitting here. They're ready to go. And I will be uploading those and others in the next round. I'm probably going to do some of the ECW ones, so I'll just show you all the ones that I've created before I go. Barely Legal 1997 from ECW, I love that one. Bash at the Beach 96. Again, I really love that one. That means a lot to me historically as a fan. ECW Hardcore Heaven 97. That was a difficult one to create, but actually now that I've done it, I'm really happy with it. Fall Brawl is already up. Most of my WCW ones are up. Fall Brawl's up. The Great American Bash is done. November to Remember I really like because I've got a lot of the original logos and branding in that event that looks really cool. Road Wild is one of my favourites. I think you're going to love Road Wild. That's a definite for the next round of uploads, so make sure you keep an eye out for Road Wild 97. Last year I had a good one. It had thousands of downloads in community creations, but this year it's better. It actually just looks a lot more like the original WCW event. Royal Rumble 94 is going to be out soon enough. Slamboree's doing good. Starcade, as usual, is my sort of cash cow, if you like. That's the one that everybody seems to like. And then you've got SummerSlam, Survivor Series, and World War III is already up as well. So take a look. Keep looking at all the content. I hope you like it. I hope you've enjoyed this short video, a lot shorter for me. I'm going to have another video later and just talk about a couple of other creations that I'm working on. But until then, have fun, enjoy your weekend. It's Saturday, have a good day. I hope if you're playing the game, you're downloading my content. Thanks once again, and I'll see you soon.